What is up, planet? It is the priest, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at what to expect for the rest of 2020. So 2020 is not canceled. We've learned a lot. We're very grateful for 2020 because it's preparing us for 2021. For those of you who are new to the channel, shout out to all of the new subscribers and welcome to the Tarot Tribe. Don't forget to hashtag down below Tarot Tribe if you guys are new so that we can welcome you. And we really just embrace love, happiness, freedom, and most importantly, truth here on this channel. So over here, we're feeding souls. Most of the messages are pretty deep. Even though we only have less than half of the year remaining in this year, I still feel like there is a lot to look forward to. So today we're going to be looking at overall what to expect, but in love, we're going to look at what comes up in career, purpose, life, and just pretty much general messages. If you guys are looking to book a personal reading or a life coaching session, my schedule is currently closed and will be opening at the beginning of next month again. So if you do see the link, just sign up for notifications of when my schedule opens up. That way you can kind of stay updated with that. So I know I don't really talk a lot about my book, and I haven't been because I've been running around doing a lot of things. This year has been hectic. But I just wanted to thank all of you who have left an Amazon review, left feedback, shouted me out on your IG story, and really just shared the 13 Slaves book that I've written this year. We just hit #1 new release, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm really thankful that you guys have been a part of me sharing my expression of my truth and the truth and freedom to the world. So shout out to all of you guys who have purchased my book and left feedback. All right, enough of the announcements. Let's hop into today's reading. Here is a close-up view of all 4 of the different decks. All right, we have 4 different decks you can choose from. Remember, the question you're going to say out loud or to yourself is, what can I expect for the rest of 2020? We have deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3, and deck number 4. All right, let's hop into today's reading and see what you have in store. All right, if you guys chose deck number 1, this is your reading and what to expect for the rest of 2020. All right, so we have the Owl, overall energy, new beginnings, and hope. So I've been talking a lot about the 2020, and we're learning that 2020 is closing out cycles. We understand that cycles close out at 0 and the new beginning begins at 1. So this preparation stage that you've been in for this year is really brought you to a place of a new beginning based on just your hope. So you're creating new beginnings based on hope. This hope is breaking down the paradigms or the realities of it won't get better, or it will not get better. Whatever it is in your life, it could be career, love, life in general. So there's something in you that still has that hope and light that's creating a new beginning the rest of this year. So I'm a firm believer that the cycle closes with 0. So you're still closing cycles for the rest of the year, and we'll see what type of cycles those are. But I also feel like Spirit is bringing you closer to higher self. And even if you feel alone during the rest of the year, it seems like you're still in isolation, you're still releasing. It's not a bad release, but you're preparing for the new beginning. The preparation is coming from a place of hope. Let's see what the tarot reads. Yeah, you're resting. You're resting, you're getting your mind right. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. And so remember that the things you're willing to let go of this year, higher self is saying that God, universe, whatever you believe will be there for you, to reassure you. And to remember that when you do have hope, or when you do think of the light, that this is a sign that your angels are near and that your higher self is activated. So if you feel a little bit of hope, that's almost like a signal. They're saying that this is going to be a signal for the rest of this year for you to channel and understand that there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Yeah, and to be patient. So you're closing out cycles to be patient, and also more money. So those of you who are worried about career and manifesting, why is the 9 here? There has been like a creative blockage and a need for clarity in your financial department. What Spirit is saying is where you will find abundance and luxury this year is where your love is. I feel like you're going to be ignited with some type of idea, passion for an idea that's going to bring you abundance. Yeah, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. So what you're working on right now is being patient with yourself and also being aware of your beliefs around why you feel like it's not your time to be abundant. Why you feel like it's not your time to be completely abundant in whatever it is that you're doing. Let's see. The Master, control. So this year has basically taken the wheel in your life. So many things have changed, and that's why it's necessary for there to be rest. So I see that you're resting a lot. I also see that you're releasing control and trusting more. And remember that those moments where you feel reassured, or you feel hope, or you feel peace, or you feel that things will get better, or the small positivity in the dark place that maybe you've been experiencing this year or are going to experience, they're saying be patient with yourself, follow the light, and know that we are near. So it's almost like you're going on a soul journey for sure, and you're getting ready to start this new beginning. And you may feel that your friendships are not the same. You may feel that people are not understanding you the same. Communication is very skewed right now. And so if you do have that feeling of feeling alone, just know that your guides are near. Door to Spirit, yeah. So everything that has happened is teaching you to have more trust in Spirit, to take the wheel in your life. Having more trust in those areas where you feel like you fear the most, allowing Spirit there so that you can relinquish the control. And this feeling like, okay, I haven't had the wheel to this car in a long time, because this year everything is on pause and it's out of my control. So this year you're learning the most, because while you're in the passenger seat, you're seeing that your higher self, Spirit, God, whatever you believe, is fully capable of driving or taking over the wheel. So you're going through and will go through a door to Spirit, envy. Let's see what else is here. Friendliness. Friendships are changing the rest of this year for the good. I feel also that this is past energy, and I feel like this is more of the end of 2020, and this feels like more of the beginning that you've been in. The beginning, overwhelmingness, overthinking things, not sure where to go after this. There's been a lot of questioning of things, and so I'm feeling like you're becoming the master. You're gonna have some type of connection with somebody. Let's see if this is love. Unrequited love. No. So this is like a deep friendship. So it seems like you're going to be meeting somebody this year, or one of your friends is going to really shine the light on the connection that you two have. Like it's going to be very obvious that this is a soulmate connection. It could be a friend. It could be someone in your family, but I'm feeling like you have like a partner in crime that you either come to the realization of at the end of this year, or you meet somebody new. So it says that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I'm feeling like it is definitely a friendship. We have the King of Wands in reverse, which is usually like a passionate connection. So I see that you're coming into more abundance, but it's the confidence in the hope. It's the confidence that you're learning to have with things being able to work out, even if it doesn't go exactly the way that you envision. So you're learning a lot of patience and a lot of trust. And whereas you feel like this is a dark time, or this has been a dark time in your life at the beginning of 2020, this hope is bringing a new beginning to you. Yeah, so the Nine of Cups is here, so I do feel like there's going to be a break coming soon for you. And the break seems to be like a very happy moment in your life, going to a place or an event or relaxing. And then there's a lot of happiness. We have compromise, and then we also have experiencing. Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. All right, let's see what the other cards are saying. Manifestation and moderation. So everything that you're looking for right now to happen in your life is only given to you in moderation. So you're learning balance. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. All right, so we have the Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So you guys, or whoever you are that chose this deck, I'm feeling that there's something very particular that you're waiting for and looking for, or have the resolution that you were going to have at the very beginning of this year. There were things that you wanted to manifest, but now your mind has changed because of the cycles that have happened this year. But there is almost like an overwhelming sense of needing you to compromise, is what Spirit is saying, and understand that everything that you're going through, have went through this year, or are getting ready to go through, is for a purpose of giving you a new way of seeing life. They're saying that this should encourage you to be inspired to live life in a very freeing way. This should be, let this be your wake-up call, is what Spirit is saying. Take this time wisely, and the next 6 months also, to be very clear on what it is that you want to manifest. There's almost a need for certainty so that manifestation can happen. How do you do that? Writing it down, right? Thinking about it is not enough, is what they're saying. Now it's time to take those steps. And even if it doesn't feel like you're going to reproduce the fruit of what you are sowing right now, meaning these seeds in your life and these new opportunities that will be coming in financially, and again, these could be new projects for some of you. And even if it looks like, okay, this may not make me a lot of money, this may not be the job for me in the long run, understand that nothing is permanent and everything is temporary for the rest of this year. That's what I'm hearing very clearly. So realizing all of these doubts that you've had about being able to accomplish the things in your life, they're trying to wrap up these circles so that you can begin to, in circles and cycles, so that you can begin to manifest exactly what it is that you want. And they're also saying, take this time, the next 6 months, to be very considerate and cautious about what you're putting into your body. That's very important. All right, let's see what else is happening. Tree of Souls, collective wisdom, kinship, and library. So yes, you guys did choose the owl. Owls are known for wisdom. And I feel like in the next 6 months, you're going to be learning a lot of things. This seems more of like practical things in your life. I also feel that there could be a soulmate coming in within the next 6 months, a friendship for some of you, and possibly a relationship, or possibly someone that you want to start a relationship with. However, it doesn't really go anywhere, or it's not ready to go anywhere. They're being very particular about love in your life. A lot of the things that you're getting ready to manifest, they're saying be very cautious about the people that you are allowing in your environment when you are planting your seeds of projects. Okay? Be very cautious of that energy, because we do have envy here, and 20 is here. So maybe for the rest of 6 months, 5 to 6 months, and the rest of this year and the beginning of this year, you could have been learning the truth of people. And that has been very heartbreaking. The truth of people. The truth is being exposed everywhere we look. It is just all over, all over, all over. It's hard to run from it. It's in our face. And so a lot of you are going to come in or are getting ready to build a foundation of something to build finances and abundance on. So the end of this year, they're saying, is so particular for putting out into the universe and writing it down, creating a vision board, whatever you have to do to feel that reality is going to be the start of 2021. So what you plant for the rest of this year will be the manifestations you will see in 2021. Okay? So there's a lot of important decisions that you're making and a lot of important things that are happening towards the end of the month. And I do see that you're starting to become more open to making more money. Some of you have been seeing money at the beginning of the year. It could be taxes, it could be the stimulus check, it could be the relief that they're handing. This relief or whatever it is that you may have received, it could be a bonus, an opportunity that you're going to receive or have received, take it how it resonates. This is giving you the excitement and inspiration to see that you can make more money because you're seeing the money in your account without having to do anything, even though, again, a lot of you have been going through some of you have been going through a financial constraint. And I do see that there is going to be a turnaround and you're preparing for much more abundance in next year, but they're asking that you compromise. Compromise by making sure that you are eating mindfully and taking care of yourself, and then also being honest and clear about what you want to manifest. They're saying the more clear you are, the more the picture will be next year. All right, so we have find the lesson. Discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning. So some of you feel like this year has been a punishment, or you feel like maybe God's not happy with you. I don't know why we would think those things, because I'm seeing that there is a sense of proudness. There's a sense of love from the universe, from your higher self, that is very happy and pleased with how far you've come. You've been through a lot mentally, and I feel like just to still have hope in the conditions that you've either been in or have experienced or will experience, just know that there is a lesson. And it could be people, certain people, because again, we have envy. It could be people at your job. We have envy. A lot of politics involved this year, even in the workplace, in the economic field. So remember that there is a lesson. And so be aware and try to see things from a higher perspective, impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginary leaps, fresh perspectives. So it seems like you're going to be making leaps and bounds towards the things that you once thought were impossible. But now there's an energy of feeling like you have nothing to lose. And this is creating much more abundance in your life for 2021. So the rest of the 6 months and what to expect is a lot more wisdom. Understanding that these are lessons, and the sooner you get the lesson over, the faster you can get to your new beginning. The lesson is for our benefit, not God, universe's benefit. There is no punishment here. There's only teaching, and you will understand in time that this is wisdom. And you will all understand that this is a collective wisdom that is coming to a place of more comprehension with, okay, now that I can see myself outside of it and really focus on the world and care more about it and see that more people need more hope and more love and more simplicity and more honesty. So you guys are learning so much. It's a door to spirit. And I feel like this could be a door in your dreams, but you're going to be experiencing a lot of things happening very quickly. So be patient, because you're planting the seeds now, and it's only a matter of time before you start seeing the sprouts of the seeds that you planted, specifically also in 2021. So the rest of this year is very important. There's a lot of great things that are coming for you, specifically financial, practical things, and true friendships is something that I hear as well. So if you guys chose deck number 1, don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. In the meantime, I'm moving on to deck number 2. All right, if you guys chose deck number 2, this is what you can expect for the rest of 2020. In deck number 2, you guys had the most cards that came out. So I'm very interested to see. I'm already feeling that there's going to be multiple energies here. So make sure that you take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. You'll know what resonates because you'll feel it. You'll feel like I'm talking to you. All right, so the thinking woman, a lot of you are clearly trying to come up with a game plan in how to be more self-sufficient. This is a good place to come. So the beginning of 2020 has taught you that you desire to be self-sufficient so that you do not have to depend on outside, it doesn't matter, it could be employment or whatever, to take care of you. So blossoming abundance, a lot of you are desiring to have like a side share of just saving, stocks, investments, and you're getting more into those things. It's going to help you build financial freedom, even if you do still want to work for a company. And the Sun card in reverse. So I do see that there is going to still be some things that you're experiencing the rest of this year that may question your happiness, but I'm feeling like it is still also going to be preparing you for 2021. So let's see what that's about. We have the Four of Wands, a lot more harmony, the Fool card, traveling. I feel like the end of this 6 months, you guys have a lot to look forward to. I feel like it's going to be a lot more at ease with the whole entire virus. So I do see some of you spending a lot more time with your family. The next 6 months are closing out the rest of this year. So we have harmony for participation, traveling. Some of you may be for the first time this year traveling to see your family for the holidays. So I do feel good energy around the end of this year for you guys. The Fool card is, again, the 0. This card was about getting you to take risks. Some of you had a lot of things on hold or on the back burner. Could have been a music, a song you were writing, a poem you were writing, a book you were writing, a project you were working on, something artistic, a play you were writing. Some of you had a lot of things on hold that you really, really love to do. So just be thankful for 2020 because it's pushing you to the edge to take a leap of faith. Whereas if it was the same year of just, this was a good year, it was a neutral year, then it wouldn't have provoked you into wanting to now start taking the risk into creating something for yourself. So I do see that it has been a benefit. It's giving you courage. We have Leo energy on the board, the Strength card. It has taught you a lot, and you're still learning. For the rest of this year, be very cautious of just the people around you. Now, I'm going to tell you this, deck number 2, that your friendships and the people, because this is what I'm seeing. 2020 is like a garage, and you know how the garage just keeps going down? Those friends who do not slide under and make it in time, leave them behind, okay, in 2020. Because I'm feeling that there's a lot more new things that want to come in your life, and there are some things that need to be addressed during the end of this year. Not everyone knows how to be happy for other people. So when you're able, they're saying also, be mature, try to see things from a higher perspective and understand that everyone's on a different part of their journey. The biggest thing that we will look forward to moving forward after 2020 is honest friendships. Friendships that bring forth honesty. No matter how harsh it can be, we are learning to admire more authenticity. That's what this year has provided us, okay? Especially the media. It's a hot mess right now. We don't know what to believe. I do, the truth. And so that's why it's very important for you to be in tune with your instincts closing out this year. So I do see traveling, collaborations, lots of family time. It's brought you closer. This year has brought you closer to your family. Some of you have children or could be raising children, and this has brought you a lot of time. So closing out 2020, share your song. So again, some of you guys have been creative endeavors on the back burner. So whoever you are for that person who has a song or enjoys harmony of music, try to do something creative with it. Just have fun, explore. because I do see the Knight of Wands coming in, new passions, new excitements. And then I do see that music is going to be a very important part of this, the closing out of this year. A new earth. Yeah, so you're getting ready for a new earth. It says it's happening. Keep holding your vision. So keep holding the things you want to experience next year, not to throw this year away, but to prepare for the new beginning. Because I'm believing that this new beginning is going to start in 2021. There's going to be a lot going on in the media. Deck number 2, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You guys, I don't know. You could be impasse and energy could really affect you. Take it how it resonates. But do not get caught up in the politics of things. Do not get caught up with that. We have this person wearing a face, this person's wearing a mask, and this person is carrying a mask. So when you're voting also, just be very clear of the truth, okay? And the media does not, majority of the time, tell the truth. That's why we call it television. They tell you what they want you to see. So do not be too consumed in the media closing out this year, okay? That's a very important message for you. They're saying take some time to retreat. If you have to get to a place where you're doing just a simple meditation with some nice vibrations of music, just to sit there for 2 minutes, make sure that you're recharging, okay? Protection, yeah, so protection, Horus energy, loyalty, safety, and trust. A lot of you are starting to trust your instincts. You're starting to see that, well, now that I'm trusting my instincts and I'm doing more things, it's starting to come about. I just had to take that little leap of faith. I just had to trust a little bit more. So a lot of you are going to start seeing things. This just means that your third eye has been awakening this year. So if you chose this deck, your third eye has been awakening, and that's what's happening. So trust is going to be a very important thing to you. The truth, people who tell the truth are going to be a very important part of your journey, because you're here to seek and find something particular, recognition and reward. So yeah, a lot of you are creatives, creative artists, and some of you don't have to be. Even if you're at the job, I see that there is some type of recognition and rewards that you're going to be receiving. And then I see some of you are going to be in solitude. So there's like a bunch of different periods. I'm seeing solitude, the meditative stage, kind of disconnecting from the world, but still doing good in the world. So it's like you're enjoying things, but you're not consuming it so much that it consumes you. So this is really good to see. 8 of Swords. So yeah, a lot of you guys are freeing yourself mentally in the rest of this year, understanding like, okay, I'm not going to watch this because I know how this makes me feel, or I'm not going to watch this before I go to sleep, or I'm not going to consume this type of media before I go to sleep. Okay, so you're learning how to free yourself mentally, the end of closing out this year, wanting to take more risk. Again, something has really ignited you this year. At first, I can see that a lot of us were stumbling, but you're turning into the Queen of Wands just from being more creative and embracing it. This time is very hard for creatives because the world isn't as colorful as it was previous years when a lot of people were creating, movies were coming out, new music was coming out. We're not having as much inspiration as we normally would. So creatives are having a lot of creative blockage. So if you have been experiencing that in confusion or will experience that in confusion, I'm just giving you kind of like an insight on why that's happening. We have Capricorn energy. This is the devil. Okay. So again, anything that's binding you, anything that's binding in 2020 is going to be left behind. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. It's like this time, it's time to cut this off. If you do not cut these things off the end of this year, next year, it will still leave residue in your life. The people that come with the low frequency of energy, surround yourself around people who want to be happy for you, who are inspired to live also the way that you want to do, even with some of you wanting to travel and will be traveling more. So we have an opportunity coming in, or a gift or something of that nature. We have creativity again, the Empress. Some of you may be Some of you, let's just see what love is. Flirt. Some of you may be meeting someone the end of this year. It doesn't seem like something that's like a serious thing. You guys are just enjoying yourself, but you're feeling very flirtatious. They're saying whoever this person is that you're getting ready to meet during the end of this year, or if you're in a relationship, it's saying to have more fun, be more flirty, embrace more intimacy with your partner or this person that's coming in. You guys will have that more of a connection. They're saying just enjoy the experience. Don't be thinking about where is this going to go, or I need to go see how they, is this going to end, or where this is going to end up. Just allow it to unfold naturally is what they're saying. Allow these situations to flow naturally. So the Sun card is here. So yeah, there's a lot of happiness closing out this year. I think that it's going to end better than you are anticipating. Some of you are at the edge of your seat to see if okay, how long is this going to last? We're forgetting which days are which days. But it's kind of like making the matrix a little foggy for us. Like which day is which day? And is it just all one big day? So these things that are occurring in your life are not by mistake. They're not by coincidence. That are going to be happening towards the end of this year. All right. So we have the angel gate, cleansing, protection, and blessing. So that's the second time we have protection. A lot of you, if you have been over anxious about this virus or about sickness, there is a huge message that is going around, and I posted this on my IG, and that is that at some point we have to trust in our body's capability and the universe's capability to keep us safe, and our body's capability of keeping us healed. Our body will naturally heal itself, and that's why I'm feeling like closing out the end of this year too, they're saying even about the food that you're eating, some of the heavier food is going to make you feel more groggier. Okay, and your energy is sensing and wanting to be light the end of this year. So you are going to see and feel some natural changes. All right, let's see what these are about. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So inspiration, that's what I was saying. It's been a creative blockage in your life. It's been a blockage of, what inspires me, like I said. So this is something that a lot of us are experiencing, and you have to work even harder to find inspiration. But they're saying don't overcomplicate it. Follow the simplistic ways of your creative abilities, okay? The things that you love to do, just do simplistic things and allow the inspiration to come. Healing. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. This is literally what I just said. So at some point we have to trust in our body's ability to heal ourselves and itself, and also the universe's capability of keeping us safe. So that seems to be the theme for you closing out this year. More freedom, more trust in the universe, more walking into nature, more creation. Remember, you are a creator. You are not here to suppress your creative abilities. They were given to you. We are all creators, which makes us all creative in our own way. Even if you don't think you're a creative person, you're still creating every day. Every day, you're creating an image by just dressing your avatar. So don't overthink things. New beginning. So you guys were the only ones who had 3 messages, and that is the fairy god mother heralds the joyous news of a new baby. Yeah. Some of you guys are having babies the end of this year. With the Empress card here, now I'm for sure that some of you guys are having babies the end of this year. Or the birth of a cherished idea. So for those of you who are like, don't have nobody to be with, there's one for you too. It's a baby, but a project baby. So something that you really love and something that you could put all of your work into. It says protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. All right. I wonder what will happen next. So the last message for you guys, deck number 2, is don't be so worried about the destination that you're not enjoying the ride. This is a journey to experience. So at the end of this year, have more adventure, because I do see this. The Fool card, the traveling, a lot of you guys are going to have more adventure. Okay? Ready for adventure and change, pause before action. So a lot of you, your spirit is longing to do something creative. Some of you are going to get inspired by traveling. Some of you need to see somewhere new or someplace new. That may be the inspiration that you need to light a fire under you. And again, I want to rewind really quickly. Creativeness is not just like drawing, painting, artistry. It is literally creating your reality. Okay? So you will be creative or inspired to create something differently in your life, even if you don't feel like you're a creative person at the end or towards the end of this year. So there is a lot coming in, but I'm just seeing that there are two particular guides that will be surrounding you towards the end of this year. And you're going to learn a lot as long as you're open to the communication from your higher self. You already have your guides to guide you. Remember, this is an experience, okay? Not a destination. So if you guys chose deck number 2, don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to deck number 3. All right, if you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading and what to expect for the rest of 2020. Okay, deck number 3, let's see what you have. Patience. So a lot of you are being forced to be patient. And I do feel like, and power, perfect, patience and power. So this means just because things are not happening right now at the moment you want them to happen, or if that's the case closing out this year, just remember that that doesn't mean that you don't have the power to create. It's just about patience and timing, right? Even planting a seed, you need the right sunlight, you need the right soil, the right humidity. It's very strategic that your higher self is working right now. So there is a calling for openness of trusting those things that are much bigger that you would normally deal with and kind of releasing those things. So if you were to figure out things very quickly, very intelligently, these things that you may be struggling with towards the end of this year that you cannot figure out, they're saying this is a perfect opportunity to do the walkie-talkie thing with you and your higher self. Why? Because there's benefits of being able to see above this world. So for those of you who have yet to get into spirituality or wanted to know the benefits of spirituality, just know that it is a huge advantage. The void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic wound, forge, don't follow, pave a new pathway. So the reasons for the patience, the reason for the holdup is because if things would have worked out the way that you wanted them to this year, then you would have missed the opportunity for something greater. So they're saying, even though you feel like you had these plans and it was such a great idea, the universe is saying this is where you have to trust that there's something beyond you that is going to be able to help you on the right path, because it sees, our higher self sees in no time, in no linear time, which means that our higher self sees the future, past, present, all in the same encompassing in one, right? We call that omnipresent. I don't know why I'm saying this to you. Some of you may be spiritually, some of you may be already on your spiritual path, because this is pretty heavy messages that are coming in. So they're saying, hold up. The construction workers are like, can't go this way. And instead of like, oh my gosh, I have to go this way, this is the only way, higher self is saying, trust. There is a new path, a better path, and it's going to allow you to be the leader you wish you had. So some of you are going to be becoming light workers. Now, what is a light worker? A lot of you, I see you in the comments as soon as I drop that. It just means bringing love or light to the world. The light for me is the truth. Shedding light on things, I believe, is shedding the truth on things. So it is a light worker of spreading what true love is, true peace, true freedom. So there is an expansion happening in your life, postponement. So all of the things that you have, you're not running out of time. That's also what Spirit is saying. So the end of this year, you're still gonna be feeling like you're not moving as fast as you want to be. Because deck number 3, I'm seeing that there's more to learn for the next path that you will take. So for instance, one week I could be really sick. I can watch a documentary on healing yourself, the Heal documentary, which was a great one on Netflix. And then the next week, those readings that I had to postpone were all health related questions. So imagine if I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sick, I gotta get this done. There was more knowledge that I needed to seek and be able to obtain, to be able to give it. So a lot of you have come a long way in the spiritual path. And for some of you, you're ready to see something take place now. Okay, I'm excited for it. And then boom, 2020 just landed. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. It was a huge interruption that caused some isolation, some heartbreak. But they're saying this is a beautiful time, because even though you don't realize what's happening this year and even closing out, that it is for the best, you're going to start seeing that, okay, thank gosh, this didn't take off, or I didn't do this, because there's a lot of projections that you're having in your life. These projections are not true. So there's more confidence and more firmness in your beliefs, specifically even in spirituality, before you move to the next path. There's still more to learn, is what they're saying. And there's always more to learn. So the adventure is on pause because there are cycles that are also breaking. Okay, cycles of past life energy. All of these cycles. So if you have a cycle of something that you would do in your life, because this seems like, yeah, it seems like career, practicality, and just everything. I feel like you were looking for an all-in-all year this year. Yeah, and nothing has been manifesting the way that you would want it to be. We have Gemini energy on the board. You don't have to be a Gemini. I'm just seeing what's going on. So this is a higher level learning. So again, I don't know why deck 3, we have this situation. We have 2 different type of energies. Some of you are just now waking up to true spirituality, not religion, but what does my soul feel like? What does my soul long to do in this lifetime? That is just a simpler way of saying spirituality. And then some of you have already been on this path and you were looking forward to doing something specifically this year. You are learning how to have balance in every single aspect. This is like higher learning. Okay, this would be a deck that I would resonate with the most out of all 4 decks. And that is, the higher you go in levels, the more that's required of you. And so in this next level, there's a sense of need of balance. And so what you're learning closing out of this month is love. I do see that there is a twin flame situation. I felt that very heavy with this deck. So you could have a twin flame, or could be waking up to discovering that someone that you've been with off and on could potentially be your twin flame. Okay, this is not going to be someone that some of you may be like, yes, my twin flame, I knew it was my, and then some of you are going to be like, oh, I don't know if I want that to be my twin flame. Usually that's still even a twin flame. Okay, so you guys have past life connections. So I do see a relationship in this deck very heavily. And so there could be a reconciliation or a union or communication closing out this year. Whoever your twin is, both of you guys are going through a spiritual evolution so that you can be on the same frequency in union. So you're learning how to balance the ideas that you have in building something new for yourself, manifesting the relationship that you want, maintaining the business that you want. Some of you are entrepreneurs. Like a lot of you are entrepreneurs, life coaches, could be tarot readers, or wanting to share your story, wanting to get into more of the influencer realm. For those of you, okay, everything is on pause, but you're learning. And so every resource and tool and every message that's coming in for the rest of this year is very important. There's nothing that's not important. So think of it as a good movie. Every part you have to watch. So be aware of the ending. You will have to make a decision in career. Maybe some of you are going to just get into entrepreneurship. You're looking for much more a foundation of stability. Now, some of you whose twin flame does not come in communication, because I see the 8 of Wands here, you're still learning about your purpose before the union could come back together. That's for those few of you. And then we have Magician and the Mirror. learning the difference between your true self and your mirrored self. That's where the projection is coming from. Is this me? The biggest question you're going to ask the rest of this year, is this me? Or is this who I think I am? Or is this who people want me to be? It's like, who are you? And the truth of you is going to be projected in the mirror. So the mirror is going to be very important to you. Some of you are going to have revelations in the mirror. If you just look at yourself for 30 seconds to a minute in the mirror, just looking at yourself eye to eyes, you're going to have a revelation. This is very crazy. They're trying to wake you up to who you are. It's hard to manifest magic when you don't know that you're the magician. So it's because you don't know exactly who you are, the power that you have. So they're like, no, 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 no. Stop that person. Your guides are like, stop, pause, embrace the winter. You need more time. You need more time to see the truth of yourself and following that. So you're being raised to a higher standard at the end of this year to become the magician that you're longing to be. In love, we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So a lot of you are learning true self-love, but here's the thing. This is very deep, but those of you who are becoming enlightened are learning that self-love is more than the body, okay? When we look at the word yourself, we see that the self belongs to whoever the your is. That's ownership of self. So we have two different entities, and that's the true self, and then your is the body, or you, okay? So yourself and self-love, you must know yourself before you can love that self. So some of you, it's beyond just your body self-love. You know, taking care of yourself, doing the whole body butters, rubbing down, grooming yourself, whatever it is, guy or girl. These things are great as presentation, but the biggest presentation you can have is your energy. Because the best compliment can be you have great energy. I feel like that feels better than you look nice. You will feel the difference between a soul food and a preservative. It feeds the body, not the soul, okay? So door to personal healing and happiness. So a lot of you will be healing your body through nourishment. So maybe that's why I talked about that Heal documentary. You guys should watch that. And so this is about your personal happiness. This is about building a life of your dreams for yourself. And there's always more to build. And you're not running out of time. So at the end of this year, you're learning so much. Light beings, portals, and subtle energies. This is more of like a lot of soul things, a lot of heart things, a lot of good feelings of emotion, preparing for success and fulfillment in your future. Also, becoming the magician and seeing yourself as the magician, seeing yourself as the one who has the ability to create something new. So it's taking ownership and authority over the power that you do have. So this is, again, believe in magic. Had no idea this card was here. So do you believe in magic? You know that song? There's deeper certainty that you need for the manifestation you desire. Okay? The certainty of truth. You have to know that magic exists. You have to know that magicians exist. And I'm not talking about the ones with the cat and the rabbit in the hat. I'm not talking about those type of magicians. I'm talking about the ones who wake up and they see their life and they're like, is this a dream or reality? Because it's too good to be true. Yes, you manifested that. You waved your wand in your spirit and created that. But you must believe that first. So a lot of you guys are going to have so many more aspirations that come in this year, towards the end of this year, and it's going to require you to believe in magic to manifest them. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you, even in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature. You are magical too. Your body healing itself is magical. Just the body alone is magical, okay? So look beyond. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Okay? Keeping your dreams to yourself until you're ready to release them. Because what's happening for some of you, if you're releasing dreams or you have projects or jobs or cool things you want to do, it doesn't matter. It could be buying a car or doing something cool for Christmas. Whatever your dreams are, do not share them with others, because that only makes you want to get them done faster. That's adding unnecessary pressure. That's what I'm getting from protecting your dreams. It's just that energetic surcharge of, once you tell everyone, then they're going to be wanting to know, which is why my tarot course is still not out. And it's been almost a year. I had no idea I would be so extensive, but it will be worth it. Now I'm just learning that keeping your dreams a secret until you're ready to share them, okay? Becoming braver. So this is your overall guidance closing out the rest of this year. Resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. So the postponement and the things that are taking or feel like they're taking so damn long, allow patience and trust that this time of waiting is not in vain. Things are still happening. Okay? So becoming braver is also the child that says, Mommy and Daddy, I want to be a magician. Okay? So that's becoming braver. Not being afraid to express your true authentic self to the people around you that you love. So overall, you guys have a lot going on closing out this year. These are good things, preparing you for good reasons. Everything that is happening, even your financial conflict or wanting more financial security, everything is happening in the right timing. So for closing out the end of this year, you have a love situation coming in. You have a lot more thoughts and ideas, a lot of decisions that need to be made, a lot of seeing magic, a lot of revelation that's going to be happening, and much more happiness. Much more than you've seen the beginning of this year. I can assure you that. So I'm hoping this gave you guys clarity and the guidance that you needed. If you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading. Don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to deck number 4. If you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading and what to expect for the rest of 2020. And I believe this is like a cat. I'm assuming it's a cat. All right, let's see what the overall energy is closing out the rest of this year. Door to value, walking away. So deck number 4, when I was shuffling through your deck, I seen, the abundance card at the bottom. You have a lot more money coming in the end of this year. I'm seeing that you walking away from some things. If some of you are on the border with decisions financially, specifically in career towards the end of this year, a lot of you may be walking away from something, walking away from someone or a situation that's going to now open up doors for value and more abundance. So some of you, if the choice is there, take the job that is not settling the most. Also, of course, you should love what you do for work. The waiting game. Some of you are postponing what you want. Some of you are discontent or unfulfilled. Usually with the 4s, think of a 4 out of a 10. Dissatisfaction basically is the 4 out of 10. And so some of you may be bored or tired of the same things with everything happening, or feeling not as much excitement towards the end of the year. But I'm seeing that it's because you're going to be abundant, but you're bored also. Deck number 4, you're learning closing out the end of this year that there's more to life than just working or doing the same things. To trying new things, we have the King of Cups. We have the 10 of Wands, so some endings, some burdens, the 3 of Cups in reverse, and the World card. So some of you guys could be traveling towards the end of the year. I'm seeing that you're closing out some type of cycle, some type of conflict situation that you're walking away from. The Hermit, we have Virgo energy. Now, there is a lot of isolation towards the end of the year, but it's very happy. It's very content. It's just that you're desiring to have more of a celebration. So I can share with you and say that What would bring dissatisfaction, if you guys are finding that towards the end of this year, is more of a social life, is what I'm feeling, and more of doing the things that you love and trying something new. So yeah, you're definitely walking away from something towards the end of this year, Page of Wands, but something new is going to come in. Let's see what's going on in love, forgiving, and learning. So this year, and I know I say this a lot, but deck number 4, this year you're really releasing things that you feel like are holding you back. Remember that this decision that you're making, you're doing it for you. You're choosing you because you are feeling either discontent in this relationship, in this situation, in this job, in this project, in life. Take it how it resonates. So I see that some of you are going to start speaking up more about the things in life that are no longer bringing satisfaction. And that does, here's the thing is, you know, once we start speaking our truth with certain people, once we start speaking the truth, most importantly to ourselves, then it's about accepting and actually walking in it. And that means that decisions are going to have to be made. Receptivity though, I feel like some of you are, if you're worried about a relationship, do not be worried about someone coming in. I do see a counterpart coming in. So if some of you are on the edge back and forth of releasing someone in general, okay, I do see that at the end of this year or going into next year, you're preparing for someone that is a counterpart energy. So we have the King and the Queen. Receptive though, you must be open to receive. And so right now with this year and closing out the end of this year, and I'm feeling also for some of you may have lost people to death or tragedy this year. For some of you, for a few, I'm just calling out a few of you guys. And so there is a lot of mending of the heart that is happening. So remember that you deserve love and be open to receiving that. If you receive that, hashtag I deserve love in the comment section, okay? Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So a lot of you know the answers that you're seeking, but it's now time to start trusting and acting on that. And here's the thing, guys, I say this a lot. Releasing, letting go. I'm really genuinely serious that if you do not want low frequency energy into your field or your next chapter in your life, do not be afraid to close the book and the storyline to the past situations in your life for a new book to open in 2021. It's very, very important that you understand that. This time, it's very serious. I feel like 2020 was the last wake-up call. And if you don't get it this year, you will be very, very behind with manifesting the things you want in the next 10 years. That will be the next cycle, 2030. Okay? Burden. 6, the past. Leave behind what burdens you this year. Okay? Because you're learning that you are desiring to fly and flap your wings. But you just have all of this burdening you at the bottom of your feet. So yes, you can take it and carry it and put it on your back for 2021, but just know that that becomes a liability and a burden for you to carry throughout the next year to 10 years. And you should be receptive and open to a situation that brings more peace. So some of you, this is just, again, someone that you're struggling to get rid of, for those of you. Now, those of you who are just single and open, there is someone coming in that you're preparing for at the end of this year or coming in for 2021. Trust. Now, this is the King of Cups right here. So you guys are meeting a counterpart or preparing to meet a counterpart. This is a very beautiful thing, or you're coming into terms with this is the one. There's a lot of this is the one energy towards the end of this year. And if not the end of this year, preparing for next year. Beyond illusion, 20. Okay, so we have the 20. Spiritual awakening, that's what's happening this year. Your spiritual awakening is not closing out from what I'm seeing until the end of this year. It's not a painful one. It's just there's like a blockage I'm feeling in a lot of the actions that need to take. It's like some of the things you know that you need to do, but there's actions that need to be taken behind it so that you can actually manifest the reality that you want. But that comes from a place of honesty. And so it says, as you release and heal your past, you experience more love in your present moments. So all of the things that you're carrying, whether it's the thoughts, the ideas, or the past circumstances and events, you've been carrying that. And so Spirit is like, put it down, set it down. It's that time. So yeah, there's a lot of love. Some of you may already even be in a relationship. And if that's the case, then you're going to experience a lot of love with this person towards the end of this year. Both of you are waking up at the same time and frequency. But with this Beyond Illusion 2020, you're seeing that there is more than what you see. You are seeing with your third eye, you're seeing spiritually that there is more than what you've been seeing. Turning in, 4 of Cups. This is again the 4 out of 10, discontentment. The things that are not bringing you discontentment, write them all down and start one by one with figuring out how you can obtain the fulfillment for this. And not in an egotistical way, but a really fulfilling way of bringing you peace. Peace and harmony with yourself. 9 of Swords. All right, so this is depression, could be anxiety. A lot of you are, and it's not bad, I don't want you guys to freak out. You're just releasing a lot of these feelings, a sorrow. Remember I said some of you may have lost someone this year. Rest in peace to those of you who have lost someone. Comment down below, deck number 4, if this is you, so that we can get some words of encouragement. And just understand that whoever this person is that you may have lost or close to losing, there is a lot of healing that is happening. Just be open to receiving love. Do not allow this situation to close out your heart. Whatever it is in that situation, that's for general. An inner voice. So High Priestess. So this is definitely a spiritual awakening for you to turn in and trust your inner voice. We have the spiritual awakening. We have turning in. We have the inner voice. So some of you, if you're experiencing high levels of mental confliction this year or towards the end of this year, it's time to let go and trust more. Trust and follow. Trust and follow. Remember that action. The following part is very necessary. All right? All paths lead home. So you don't have to worry about taking the wrong path as long as you're following your heart and what you love. This is, again, what you're learning towards the end of this year. A lot of you are going to have a lot of great things come to you. Some of you are just acting. Some of you are ready for more. And that's why we have the World card here. Inner authority. There's that word again. Inner. We have turning in. Inner. Now we have inner authority. We have intuition. So turn your gaze within. Everything that you're seeking, even if you think it's outside or externally, is internal. It's truthfully internal things that you're seeking. Some of you, if you're saying, I really want more money, you really have to look past the money and understanding that abundance is more than money. And also understanding that you want more freedom, not money. So find the deeper within meaning of what it is that you want. Money allows you to do anything you want, whenever you want, how you want. It allows freedom. It enhances. So I'm a firm believer that money enhances your experience to happiness. Okay? So it's really the freedom that you're wanting. So follow the things that make you feel free towards the end of the year. And that's why I see you're walking away from a lot of things. You're doing a lot of inner, you're so damn content in coming out of this year. Like, I feel like you guys did go through a period of discontentment and it was a long time. But I just really feel like towards the end of this year, you're just going to have a lot more than you ever thought you would have. So I'm feeling like a lot of you are going to have more than you've ever had towards the end of this year. And it's not like material things. It's just like there's moments of just being like, damn, I'm so grateful. And I'm by myself and I'm cool and I'm at peace. All right? And then we have pure intention. So I do feel like you're preparing for more authentic friendships. And the Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. manifest your heart's desires with pure intention for the highest good of all. Exactly. So know the intention behind what you want. Again, money, it's not money, it's freedom. It's not a relationship, it's love. It's feeling love. All right, and then we have the meditation, peace, relief, and sanctuary. So there's a lot of peace, and I do see you in sanctuary. I do see you at peace the end of this year. I do see you being content and very pleased. Nature sign, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only to open our hearts and our minds. So be open to more spiritual things, more soul things in your life. And last but not least, choices, feeling blocked or restrained. So towards the end of this year, if you guys are feeling blocked or restrained in finances, in love, or anything that you're doing, it's trusting, not just trusting your intuition, but following your happiness, following what really is genuinely going to bring your happiness, and then figuring out the intention of that. Because a lot of you will get into the social life, but I see a lot more content in your individual life than you've had in a long time. So just from the decisions that you make, when they approach and when they appear, follow what feels the most natural. And if your instincts are saying to let go of certain people, trust that you've seen enough to know that it is time to cut them off. So if you have these choices and you feel blocked, follow your heart. Do not worry about the wrong choice. And if something also comes up towards the end of this year that is kind of pressuring you, do not feel the pressure of having to respond right away or do something right in the moment. It is okay to take time to yourself to process things, okay? So I see a lot of great things for you. It seems confusing and complicated, but being open to receive, being open to spirit, being open to your soul is really what's bringing you peace and relief. So if you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading in what to expect for the rest of 2020. I'm so happy and thankful that I was able to share this with you guys. Don't forget to comment down below, #your-deck, and I can get some words of encouragement back to you, and so can others. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to head out, and I have a lot more content coming for you guys. So love and light. I'll see you guys in the next Pick a Card reading.